Hey boo hey, welcome or welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new, my name is Katisha Marie, and today we are getting into Dollar Tree makeup. Hit or miss? Let's find out. So if you're new here, my name is Katisha Marie. I'm a Midwest girl who does beauty, fashion, and lifestyle content here on YouTube. Love to have you subscribe. If you like this kind of video, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help us YouTubers out. Also, if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. I've got some Dollar Tree makeup here that we're gonna go through. I went to a couple different Dollar Trees, I believe 3, here in Iowa, just to kind of see what they had, see, you know, if I could get a full face. We've got almost a full face. I wasn't able to find a foundation, but we'll get into all of that. And just see, you know, if it's a hidden gem, especially for people of color. Like, some of their shades are really nice in regards to the eyeshadow. So is it gonna show up on us? Will it last? Like, what's going on with it? So yeah, let's go ahead and dive right into it. I am gonna go ahead and put something on my lips because, whew, this weather got them looking extra dry. I don't know about that life. All right, so I've got everything sorted out on my desk so we can kind of go through it piece by piece as I apply my face. I'm gonna go ahead and wet the sponge. This is the Ioni makeup sponge. It's got a slanted tip on it. I haven't opened it yet. Ioni does have a lash brand there at Dollar Tree that I actually do really like. I feel like they're natural, they're lightweight, but didn't know that they had a sponge, so I picked one of these up while I was there. So I'm gonna go ahead and wet that. So when wetting it, it did almost double in size. I would say that it's like a medium density in regards to like how soft it is. I did wet one of my ones I got from what is it, Amazon. I think it's AOA Studios, if I'm not mistaken. And this one is actually, they feel pretty close to each other, so that's pretty nice. They don't, yeah, both of them feel pretty soft now that it's wet. I was a little worried when it was dry that it would get this soft, but it is a softer one. So yeah, that's gonna be nice. And again, it's got the slanted tip. When I opened it, this piece right here did have a few like flyaways, like it wasn't a clean cut, so I did have to peel those off. But other than that, like, it's worked out so far really good. It's really nice. I was able to pick up a face primer. This is just a regular one. It's a smoothing face primer from LA Colors. I'm gonna shake it up and then we're gonna give it a shot and put that on my face. It is white. Let's see if it does anything. Almost looks and feels like a lotion, as you can tell. Like, goodness. This definitely has a cast. Like, now I can reprise my role as Casper. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. We'll see if it changes the foundation that I'm gonna use at all, because this is such a white cast. Like, holy macaroni. And it's not blending in anymore. It does have that lotion smell. My skin looks a little bit smoother, but not drastically. I don't know that I would recommend that face primer. Well, it says that it's clear. Clearly that's not clear, like, not at all. So I took whatever I had left on my fingers in regards to the primer. I mean, it did mattify my face some. I can definitely feel the mattifying effect. It doesn't claim to be mattifying, but it did mattify, and I think it did smooth out just a little bit. But I did go ahead and take whatever I had left and put it on my eyes. I'm gonna go in with the Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. This is from L'Oreal. This is not Dollar Tree, but it is drugstore. So I am gonna go ahead and use that. I'm gonna put it on with the sponge. I typically don't put on foundation with a sponge. I put it on with a brush, but I really wanna try this. And I don't think I really have too much else that I'd be able to try it with. So yeah, we're gonna give this a shot. I'm just gonna put it right on the sponge. I'm choosing this one not only because it's a drugstore, but I know how it acts. So if it does anything different, then I'll know that it was the primer, you know? Now, I don't know if this is the sponge or if it's the primer, but I don't feel like this is spreading as far as it usually does. And it's probably the sponge, because I don't use a sponge typically. So a sponge is gonna soak up more of your foundation than a brush would. All right, so there we have that. I don't think that it changed the color of that foundation any, so that's really good because I was concerned about the white cast. My skin does feel soft though. It does feel really nice on the skin, so that's pretty good. I don't have any concealers or setting powders, so I am going to, oh, I lied. I do have a setting powder. I've got this infused pressed face powder by Be Pure. It says it provides smooth matte finish, sets makeup, and controls shine. I'm all about that control shine life because I have oily skin. This is an all white powder. It is falling out of the container, so keep that in mind if you pick this up. I'm gonna take this brush. This is a brand new brush. Oh, there's a lot of kickback. I'm just gonna put it like right here and kind of see what happens. See if there's a flashback on that. So when I did put some up here, I did notice a little bit of a white cast on that. I'm gonna get a fluffier brush and see what happens if I do a fluffier brush. Okay, so there was a crease that was forming here, and I did go ahead and smooth out the crease a little bit. There's still some in the crease, but it definitely is smoothed out the skin. So that's really nice. Yeah, that little bit of white flashback has me a little concerned, but it does go away. I don't feel like it altered, other than if I put it like in a concentrated area, like it altered the foundation. But I think a fluffier brush is the way to go with this one. So we'll see if it stays that way. Next, I've got a couple of brow products. I've got both of these by Ioni. It's clearly blowing up there. I've got a brow gel, and this is in dark brown. And then I also have a Perfect Brow all-in-one eyebrow kit. It's got brow wax and a highlight, and then 2 brow color powders. So we're gonna open both of these. So here's what both of those look like opened. This is a powder, and this one's a powder. And you can kind of see those on my hand a little bit. And then this is a gel. So I'm gonna go in with the gel first. It does have a scent to it, almost like toasted marshmallows. There's a lot that comes out on this brush. Like, look at that. That's quite a bit. So I'm gonna brush some of that off because I do not need all of that. At least it smells good. Some brow products, you smell them and they are horrible, and you've got to smell that next to your face all day. Like, nope. So yeah, a lot comes off on this brush, that is for sure. Like, look at that. That's quite a bit. But I mean, I guess for $1, like, at least you get, you know, a good amount. And then brows. Ooh, let's see here. I really need a pencil, but we don't have a pencil. So we're gonna see if we can make what we got work. I'm gonna go in with the wax, and then I'm gonna go in with this dark color here and see if I can fake a brow. Now I'm taking a spoolie and I am gonna just run that through to kind of even some things out. Holy macaroni. If you like the full brow look, these are definitely the products for you. I am not too much of a fan. Like, I like more of a much natural brow. So yeah, this is a learning curve for me, that's for sure. Okay, I think that those are the best that these are going to look. I don't care for brow powders. Look, they are definitely not my jam. I am a brow pencil kind of girl. This has too much pigment in it. Like, It's great that you get so much for $1, but it is too much, at least for my personal liking. If you do like a lot of pigment on your brush and you do have like full brows, you may really like this. This may be one that would be a good pick for you. It is definitely dark brown, so if you have black or ebony or espresso type of brows, this may not work for you unless you find another shade. If you've got, you know, dark brown, maybe even brown hair, it should be a perfect fit. So yeah, I would say give this a shot. This I would pass by unless you are an expert in brow powders. You may really like that. I don't like this at all. I don't like how my brows look right now. Like, not a fan. I've got some eyeshadows from LA Colors. I've got more of a neutral palette, and then I've got one with a little bit of color in it with the purple. We're gonna go ahead and open these. All right, so these eyeshadow palettes come with the sponge tip on there. I might use that for the, oh my goodness, now my brain is like leaving me. Lid, but I'm gonna go in with a regular brush for the crease. So let's see here what I can find. Yeah, so this one's got 2 mattes and a shimmer. This one's actually an all shimmer palette. So we're gonna go ahead and go in with a matte shade first. And I'm gonna go in with this shade. Let's see if there's pigment. There's a lot of kickback. It is showing up on my skin. Like, I can't see the color. So that's really nice. It's just not very deep, but I can see it. Definitely more of a almost transition shade for my skin tone. And I am having to pack it on a little bit. So I am gonna go in with this one, and I'm actually gonna take a deeper brown just to see if it will show up. I'm gonna take this one way over here, and I'm gonna put it on a different brush because I wanna see if it will show up. Okay, so this one is showing up, but it is light. It's definitely a lighter, what's what I'm looking for, type of powder. There we go, that one showed up. That's what showed up quite well. Hopefully you can see a little bit of a difference. So I'm gonna go back to the original palette, and I am gonna take this lighter one here and use that as a transition kind of highlight. Oh, that one really shows up. Holy macaroni. Look at that. That just lightened up my whole brow. I am gonna go in with the other palette, and I actually am gonna try the purple. Yes, it doesn't go with this look, but I do want to see how pigmented it is. So we've got some on the brush. Oh, it's subtle. It's subtle, but I can see it. But it is pulling up, like it's coming through. It's actually not that bad. So the eyeshadow turned out really nice. So for $1, I would say to try these. These again are from LA Colors. You may have to pack it on. It may look a little bit different with an actual eyeshadow primer instead of using just your foundation, because of course eyeshadow primer is going to make it pop. They did blend out really well. I didn't have any issues with them blending out. The only thing would be like the pigment. What are these? The shimmer shades. That, I think that pulled up really well. Is it like Juvia's Place, Ace Boutte quality, Natasha Denona? No, not at all. But for $1, I've got a few palettes that don't have any pigment that I've actually just decluttered and don't blend as well as these did. So I would say give these a shot if you can find deeper tones. I do know that they have some that are more colorful as well. I just didn't pick any of them up. I wanted to do like a nude, natural kind of look. I mean, guess minus the purple, but yeah. Next, I've got some blushes. They both say blush. This one actually says bronzer on the label, even though it says blush right here. And this one actually just says blush. So we're gonna go ahead and open these. All right, so there's what those look like. I'm gonna go in with the bronzer first. Both of them come with like a little brush with them. These brushes are probably crap. I'm gonna give it a shot though, just to see what happens. A little bit of kickback. Yep, that's not gonna work for me. That's just gonna make me mad. So, we're gonna go in with my bronzer brush. And tap, tap, tap. Yeah, I've got a little bit up here. Maybe you can see it, but I'm not getting a lot like down here. So, no on that for me. And then I'm gonna go in with the blush. And I'm gonna take this brush here. And there's quite a bit of pigment on that. Oh, yep, that shows up. There is no problem with that. Holy macaroni, look at that. So the blush, yeah, it will add some color to your skin. That is for sure. Okay, I gotta do something with these dark circles. They are really bothering me. I'm just gonna take the foundation. I can't take it anymore. While that's sitting, and I know I look a little crazy, but those dark circles were really bothering me with this look. This, yes, you can see it. It's showing up. Like, yes, 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 yes. I do wish they had more colors. It is a soft wash of color, but it is still showing up, so yes. I got to play around with the powder a little bit more. It does soften and smooth, that is for sure. I don't know about the creasing yet. We'll take a look at that here in a bit, but I did get to play around with that a little bit more, and I do like that powder. I think that that would be a good powder. I don't know about all over the face, but at least underneath the eyes, because it did brighten up a little bit, but I also was able to conceal those dark spots. So I will continue to play with that one. That one might be one that we need in our life. And then I'm just gonna put on a little bit of blush because I might have blended some of that away. So there is that. The next thing I have is eyes. So I've got a liquid eyeliner and then a mascara, both by LA Colors. All right, I picked up my Juvia's bronzer, and I'm just gonna use the mirror and we'll see what happens here. So I did one eye. It is black, like it is black. I'm finding that it dries down quickly. I have hooded eyes, so if it doesn't dry down quick enough, I will get the transfer. I don't have any of that going on with this liner. The end is quite sharp, so I got a really good wing on it. I am not the wing master by any means, but I did get a really good wing on it. And yeah, I think that this one actually might be pretty good. I'm gonna do some swatches here so you can see it. Yes, and I'm not getting any of the feathering, which is what I was concerned about, that and the transfer because of my hooded eyes. But yeah, I think that this one actually might be a pretty good one for $1. I'm gonna try the other eye. The left eye is the bad eye, so wish me luck. Okay, this, yeah, yes, yes, yes. That made that so simple. Yeah, that one's a keeper. That one's a keeper. Next, we're gonna go in with the mascara. Oh, you know what? I totally forgot that I had this contour stick. Let's see what this do. So this is the LA Colors contour stick. This is in dark. Oh, that's not dark. I mean, that's gonna be more of a bronzer for me. So let's give it a shot because that other one did not do anything. You know, yeah, I'm not getting anything. I mean, I guess I got a little bit of something going on here and here, which is nice, but let's try, I'm gonna try my finger here. That one's not bad, actually, the more that I look at it, especially like on the nose. That one's one that I will play around with more, I think. Because it's not too bad actually. Like I've got a little bit of a snatch going on right here. That eyeliner though. All right, back to the mascara. This is the LA Colors Big Lash. this is, ooh, it's a short little brush in regards to the stem, but the brush itself is actually quite big. So let's take a look. No, go ahead and use my mirror here. I don't know if I would say big lash, but they are doing something, which is nice. I'm gonna put on a second coat and see if that awakens them more. Okay, so I don't think this is big in regards to like, you know, like the Better Than Sex Too Faced mascara or something like that. I think that this is more, I don't know, it says defining on here. I don't know that they're necessarily defined. I don't feel like they're any longer by any means. I almost feel like they're more voluminous than they are defined. So I would say that this is more of a voluminous type of mascara. It is challenging to get on though. Like, it does require some layering and some work because I think it's a little bit drier already. And typically with mascaras that are drier, they kind of like hit the sweet spot, but if you get past that sweet spot, then that just, it sucks. Like, and I think that this is one that's past that sweet spot. Like, it's a little bit too dry, just a little bit. Now, as I was applying my mascara, it does look like my liner over here is like bleeding. It doesn't claim to be waterproof, and I do have watery eyes sometimes, especially like when I'm concentrating on like the liner or my brows. My eyes will water uncontrollably. So it does have some of that going on here. If there's a waterproof version of that, I would definitely check that out. I don't know about this one. I really like that liner though. Like, I really like the brush on it. Yeah, definitely like that. So I've got a face highlight. This is also by Ioni, and it's like this white color. Ooh, that's kind of chalky. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna like that one bit. That's extra pasty, and it's really chalky. Oh. I can tell I'm not gonna like that. And I do have several lipsticks. Several. So I've got like the Dollar Tree, you know, regular ones. Again, Ioni and LA Colors. But I've also found Maybelline. Like, say what? Say what? Yeah. So these are the Vivid Hot lip lacquers. This one is in Obsessed. This one is Unreal. I'm gonna go in with Obsessed because I have that purple on, and I just kind of want to see what it do, you know? So that's awesome that you can find stuff like this at Dollar Tree. Like, that's where it's at. That is like a pink purple kind of color. It's a little much for the eyes, but this is what we're gonna go ahead and go with. I do kind of want to go over it. It's sticky. It does have a little bit of a sticky. It's supposed to dry down, so that will be cool if it does. I mean, it's a lip lacquer. It's strong lacquered shine and opaque color melt into the lips for the most impactful lip look. High impact glossy finish. Full coverage gloss doesn't feather or migrate. So that's really nice. I'm gonna take that off and I'm gonna try this Ioni one. It's got a little bit of a stain. Definitely some stain power there. Actually, I'm gonna use this LA Colors one because you may not be able to find Maybelline there. And I want to try this one. So this is almost a pinky color. Yep, it's definitely pink. And then it also comes with a gloss at the other end. So it's a 2-for-1. Yep, that's definitely pink. I'm gonna need a liner for that. That is for sure. It does have a little bit of a taste to it, but it went on really, really creamy. Now, because of the creaminess, I'm not quite sure if this is this one or the lip lacquer, but it is kind of accentuating the lines on my lip. I don't care for that. Alright, and then I'm also going in with the Ioni liquid lipstick. This is also quite pink. This one I like a lot better. This one actually reminds me of the Tarte ones. Like the way that it feels. It does have a little bit of a sticky feeling to it as it's drying down. But this one, I like. This one I do like. So I am going to be looking for more colors of this one, because this one's a really good one. I do like this. It does have a little bit of a smell to it, but it's like vanilla to a degree. It doesn't like stink. You know, some liquid lipsticks, like, some of those smells are horrible. So that's all the way no, all the way no. Just checking my desk to make sure. The last item that I have is going to be the finishing spray by Ioni. It just says a face finishing spray to lock in your flawless makeup all day. This spray delivers a cooling, lightweight mist, refreshing, goodness gracious, refreshing your makeup to keep in place for hours without creasing or fading. So let's see here. It's got, that's kind of an aggressive sprayer. Like, so we're gonna go that way away. Oh yeah, probably even farther if you can. No smell. It did do a little bit of a glow, but not a lot, which is fine with me because I have oily skin, so it'll come through anyway. Yeah, it's not that bad. This I would have to continue to play with to see if it actually does anything for the extending of your makeup and all that kind of stuff. Hey boo, so I decided to come back and sneak in here and kind of do like an update on exactly what's going on before I actually officially end the video. So I'm just going to kind of insert this close to the end. I did do about a 5-hour wear test and actually took a nap in it. Figured if I took a nap, you know, that it would be equivalent to a 4-day wear test, you know. So this is what we've got going on. The lipstick is pretty gone. It did transfer when I was eating and drinking, so it doesn't dry down completely matte, so you would need to reapply it, but I still really do like the lipstick. The foundation is completely worn off right over here, and also over here where I was laying, and all of the other products. So blush, the bronzer, quote unquote, that kind of showed up, gone. Brows are pretty much gone as well. So none of that had like any staying power. It is oily in the areas where I get oily. Now the primer didn't say anything in regards to oil control. It was more of a smoothing primer. I will say that it did do some smoothing. It does have that horrible white cast though, so I would just be really, you know, cautious of that. It didn't change my makeup though, like the shade of my makeup or how it went on or anything like that. So that's a plus. So the primer I would say would be a go if you have normal, maybe even dry skin. Oily skin, I don't think that that's going to be one that we need to pick up. For mascara, it has transferred down, but it's also clumped together my lashes. So like the way that I was laying, like all of my lashes over here are like right here, and then there's like this space, like I don't know what happened. They're all clumped together. So I would say that's a no for me. The liner is still there. It has faded some, so it hasn't stayed completely black. Now I do have watery eyes, so that could be some of it, but it hasn't like watered down my face. You know what I mean? Like sometimes when you cry or whatever, you get like the watery lines. I don't have any of that. It just looks like it has faded. So that actually might work out really well through an 8-hour wear test, and I'll continue to try that one. What else did we have? The blush, gone. The setting spray I actually think gave me a headache, so I would not recommend that setting spray because everything else went on, you know, decent. It wasn't like the best by any means. But I didn't catch a headache until after I used that setting spray. So I would say the setting spray is a no. I'm trying to think what else I tried. Yeah, I feel like that's, oh, the eyeshadow. The eyeshadow has hung in there pretty well. So the eyeshadow I'm going to continue to try as well, but you can still tell that there's a little bit something on my eyes besides the liner. So yeah, I'm going to continue to try that one and let you know, in an update video how I really feel about that. But yeah, the liner, the lipstick, and the eyeshadows seem like they would be good. The face primer will be good for people who have normal to drier skin type. The sponge is fantastic. Get the sponge for sure. I really did like that sponge. It worked out really well. Yeah, the sponge is a must have. For $1, like, I mean, beauty blenders are 20. Does the exact same thing. Get the sponge. What else was there? The highlight, you already know how I feel about that. The brow products, you already know how I feel about that. Those are all no's. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get back to the regular video. And I believe that that's everything. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section if you'll be picking up any of these and trying them out. Please, if you do like this video, give it a thumbs up. Again, it really does help us out and gets our videos out there for other people to enjoy. I love you guys. May God continue to bless you, and I will see you next time.